As the 80th anniversary of the D-Day landings approaches, the new campaign to make sure the wartime sacrifices of the past are not forgotten.
A poignant ceremony was held in a cemetery in Cambridge earlier today as a 100-year-old veteran of the Second World War passed on a symbolic torch to the younger generations.
Matthew Hudson was there for us at the ceremony and joins us now. Matthew, good evening. A poignant day for everyone there today.
For myself as well, I'm sure that we all grew up knowing phrases like "lest we forget," the going down of the sun and the rising of the morning, we will remember them, and for all of your tomorrows we gave our todays. And now the War Graves Commission is very concerned that young people whose parents and grandparents perhaps never had to wear a uniform in defence of their country, should understand the significance of phrases like that and understand the huge sacrifices that were made then so that we can enjoy the freedoms that we have today.
Dreadful weather famously delayed the D-Day landings for 24 hours, but it couldn't delay this simple and dignified ceremony by the Commonwealth War Graves Commission, encouraging the next generation to find out more about what people like their grandparents and great-grandparents went through in the war, the sacrifices so many of them made.
The generations have moved on, and it would be all too easy for us to forget. It isn't necessarily a subject that's taught in school so much, so we think it's vital to engage with the younger people, and actually they respond to it really well.
Among the guests of honour, former RAF Master Navigator Ed Kelly. Now 100, Ed was in the skies over Normandy during the landings. He later made a career in the military, including flying 350 missions during the Berlin airlift when Russia blockaded the German capital. Ed still talks with young people about his experiences.
Through the RAF Association and through the British Legion, I go around giving talks when I'm invited to schools and various youth movements, and talk about what the poppy's for, why you should wear it and be proud.
The D-Day landings, which began on June the 6th, 1944, were the largest seaborne invasion ever staged and marked the beginning of the liberation of occupied Europe. But they came at a cost, with nearly 5,000 Allied troops killed on the first day alone. But research by the War Graves Commission shows a third of people don't understand their significance. Today, Ed symbolically handed a torch to Sea Cadet Annalise Rosenstiel, representing the younger generation. The torches are touring the country ahead of the 80th anniversary of D-Day next month, with Cambridge the only event in our region.
It's amazing that they're able to tell their stories. But at the same time, it's kind of surreal that people who served in things that most people would think, oh, it's really long ago, but they're still around and they're still telling people those stories.
Several hundred military personnel, mainly aircrew, are buried in Cambridge's main cemetery. Just a few of those who gave their lives.
All these young men here, came from in a lot of different countries to fight for our freedom and remained in Cambridge, which is a sad reflection. There are New Zealanders, there are Australians, there are South Africans, they're all here.
In a few years, all those who served in the most terrible war the world has ever seen will be gone. Groups like the War Graves Commission will continue to do all they can to keep their memory alive. Matthew Hudson, ITV News, Cambridge.